April 24th, 2024. So we'll always remember the anniversary, 4/24/24. No one can forget from here on out. Coach Shoniker is a native of Rochester, New York, a high school at Greece Arcadia, and during her playing days, not that long ago, graduated as the leading all-time scorer in Monroe County history, 2,216 points. From there, played collegiately at the University of Rhode Island from 2007 to 2011. During her career, All-Atlantic 10 team, All-Academic team, the only URI player ever to be named to the Capital One Academic All-District second team, 2 seasons a team captain for Megan, and then her name still very prominently featured in the record book. Feel free to read the press release. We had all these listed. A couple I thought were worth bringing up. Number 1 for minutes played in a season, so a true grinder when she was playing. Number 1 in free throws made in a game at 18 in a single game. Shows she can get to the line. And then this one. Talk about anniversaries you can remember. January 1st, 2011, 1-1-1-1. The record for field goal attempts in a game. Took 38 shots in a single game. That game was at Lundholm Gym in Durham, New Hampshire. Wow, 38 shots. That must have been a great win, right?
Big L.
Oh, wait a second. I think UNH won that game. Oh, my gosh. Shout out Denise Beliveau, Joe McDonald, both had double-doubles that day for the Wildcats. But Jillian knew. She knew. But, you know, we all kidding aside, Megan Shoniker knew she could take her shots at UNH. We're thrilled she'll be taking her shots for UNH from here on out. After the URI career, played professionally for 1 year in Belarus, made the all-import team in 2012, and came back, so import-export. Got into the coaching then, back to her hometown of Rochester, St. John Fisher for a couple of seasons, then over to Buffalo. Canisius was the next school for 4 years, and then got a little taste of America East as an assistant coach at Binghamton for a year, but then went back to her alma mater at URI. 5 years under head coach Tammy Reese. During the time, during those 5 years, Coach Shoniker coached 3 players who made All-Atlantic 10. And just to give you some perspective, in the 9 years before she came back to campus, they'd only had 1 all-conference player. Coach Shoniker really concentrated on the defensive side, defensive coordinator. In the last 2 years, Rhode Island led the Atlantic 10 in scoring.
I just want to thank Kelsey Hogan, who was here as a great student athlete. She worked hard to bring in great team members and really develop a culture that was engaged and inclusive and really positive. And we're grateful that she's an alumna. She's already made a Wildcat for life. So we're happy and thankful for that. But now I'm really excited with where we go from here. We did a nationwide search. We were looking for somebody fantastic to join our Wildcat team and lead our student athletes and really help them reach their potential. I met with our team and we talked about the things that were important to them in a new head coach and what were the things that were important to them for their culture. And I really appreciated the thoughtful answers that they gave me, and it helped me as we proceeded with the search. We had a huge pool, great candidates. It was a really fun process, but Megan Shoniker stood out above everybody. She, as you heard, has fantastic experience at multiple institutions. She was an outstanding player. She's worked with every aspect of coaching a team and leading a team. She's been part of a really exciting turnaround at Rhode Island. We love watching that. So much positive energy. She is smart and engaging and funny. She has great basketball knowledge. She's a wonderful teacher, a mentor, a leader, and a role model. And we're really excited to have her on board here. And she's going to positively impact our student athletes' lives far beyond their time here in Durham. And that's really what we're all about. So I spoke with a lot of people who had worked with her, who had played for her, who just knew her, and they could never say enough about how wonderful she was and how wonderful she is. And I think she's pretty wonderful too. So I love her vision for our team. I got to experience part of her first meeting with our team, and that was really great to watch the interaction and the level setting. She's already hit the ground running. She's been here all week working with the team and working out and practicing every minute they could until we got to finals time. So we're excited for that. I love her vision of how we're going to compete and how we'll work so hard. And our games are going to be really fun to watch. So get your tickets now before you can't. So please get on that. This is an opportunity for us really to significantly enhance our women's basketball program and the entire experience for our student athletes, but also for our alumni and fans. We're excited. I'm excited to connect all of you with Megan and continue building the engagement with this renewed excitement for UNH women's basketball. So with that, I would like to formally introduce Megan Shoniker, our new women's basketball head coach at the University of New Hampshire.
Do you later? Thank you.
First, I wanted to thank you for breaking the ice for me with the 38 field goals attempted. You got me off to a good start. My players, I hope you get absolutely no ideas from that. Please do as I say, not as I do. So that's first thing. But great crowd. I want to first of all thank everybody for coming out and being here. A little bit overwhelming. I don't usually get too nervous, but looking out at all these wonderful people, there's a little bit of nerves in me. So I just want to say thank you. I also want to start out by thanking President Dean for the opportunity to join UNH, Allison Rich, Michelle Bronner, Carrie Krimble, and the entire search committee for giving me this opportunity and believing in me. I also want to thank Jill, Colleen, Seal, and Jackie. You guys were unbelievable to me, throughout this search process. You made me feel at home, and you're a big reason why, I think UNH is such a special place, and I really believe that we can get things going here. So thank you for your trust and, trusting me to lead the way here. I also want to thank my alma mater, the University of Rhode Island, head coach Tammy Reese, athletic director Thor Bjorn, and the entire coaching staff, the support staff, all my players. URI has been a big piece of my story, as you heard. And I would not be standing here without, my time there and all of the people that, believed in me there. So special thank goes out to them. I want to thank my current players, who I think most of them are in attendance. So I think that's a good start so far, right? They're not running. But I really want to thank you guys for welcoming me with open arms. Our first time when we met, I got an overwhelming, warm feeling from you guys. The questions you asked me were a lot about basketball and my vision and how we were going to play and our practices. And it really showed me that you guys were invested and committed to building this. And the connection amongst you guys as well was extremely noticeable. And so thank you for kind of blindly trusting me. And I can't wait to get you guys back. We've already had a good couple days. We will get perfection, I promise you that. But I can't wait to get you guys back in the summer and continue to hit the ground running. So thank you guys. Thank you to Terry Zay. Terry gave me my first opportunity as a Division I coach. He had to put up with me when I was a really young, crazy, thought-I-knew-it-all assistant. And he really kind of taught me the way and helped me grow throughout my career and has been an unbelievable mentor to me to this point. So thank you, Terry, and he is in attendance. So obviously the relationship goes beyond years. So thank you very much. Last but certainly not least, my family. To my mom, Mare, my sister and my brother unfortunately couldn't be here, but they're extremely close to me and near to my heart. But I wanted to thank you guys, Jenna, my two cute nieces who are stealing the show over here with their signs. But thank you guys for being here. And to my dad, he's been the single greatest influence on me in my life. Truly wouldn't be nearly as successful as I was without him. Thank you for teaching me and showing me what, hard work looks like and the value of hard work, and thank you for being the best role model in that. And then to my partner, thank you for putting up with me first and foremost. You have to put up with me, and I'm a lot. You're my rock. You're my better half. All of you will quickly realize that if you haven't already. But thank you for your endless love and support. I really wouldn't be able to navigate life without you. So thank you. All right, all the thanks are done. Okay. After my first phone call with Allison, I knew UNH was the place I wanted to be. I believed in her. I believed in her vision for this program, and I wanted to build that with her. As I continue to learn more about, UNH and the program and the young women in the program, it left no doubt in my mind that that's the place I'm going to be. I felt extremely at home and comfortable on my interviews, because again, people are over here, kind of busting my chops. Jill's busting my chops about how I shot 38 times a game, but they still beat me. But really the one thing that stood out with me was the support within the department, the community, and the alumni. I believe that is the foundation for any program to have success. The people that touch it on a daily basis, you have to have their support. And I believe UNH is a special, special place because of the people that surround and touch this program. I look forward to being completely engrossed in the community and continuing to build relationships with everybody in this room and everybody outside this room. It does take a village. So whoever's ready to hop on board, come on, let's go. This is going to be a fun ride as we build this program. The goal is to win championships. I want to make that clear. The goal is also to put a product on the floor that the entire community is going to be proud of. And then for me, the most important goal is to grow and develop and mentor these young women. So when they leave these doors, they can go out and they can be strong, independent, confident people in the world. And that will be our number one goal. Our entire staff, support staff, and players will pursue those goals with relentless effort, and we will build this program the right way. So we're going to focus on the culture, we're going to focus on the process, and we're going to focus on the people. Meaning, how we do anything is how we do everything, right? So meaning we're going to be respectable, we're going to be accountable, we're going to be selfless in the community, on the court, and in the classroom. And those will be our non-negotiables. Those are the things that I hold closest to my heart, along with being the most competitive, the hardest working, and the toughest team on the court, in the classroom, and in the community. And that's how we're going to build this. My players have probably heard this enough over the past couple days that I've been with them, but we will be extremely committed to the process of getting better every day and being the best possible versions of ourselves every single day. And I believe if we can do that, ultimately championships will come. So again, I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm beyond excited to be joining the Wildcat family, and I will open it up to questions if anybody has any.
I know you've touched on every question I'm asking, but just again, why is the UNH job? Why was it appealing to you?
Yeah, that's a great question. Being from coaching for the past several years in the New England area, I believe we have all of the aspects to offer student athletes. Again, Allison touched on the whole student athlete experience, and I believe we provide that. I mean, the academics here speak for themselves. When you walk on campus, it's unbelievable. It's beautiful. There's an energy. There's a vibe here that I think young people really enjoy. And then the America East Conference is an extremely competitive conference. And so, when we're talking to young people and recruiting young people, there's not really, a box that goes unchecked when you're talking about UNH. Again, I believe that we can get really talented young people here who are dedicated to the court and the classroom. And so that's the ultimate goal, right? Is to get the best talent in the doors and go win some basketball games. And I believe we can do that here.
I say, and with that, you said your goal is obviously to win championships. How do you do you have goals starting this season? I mean, do you have like a long-term plan? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'll touch on the process part of it again. I'm extremely process oriented, and I think sometimes that's difficult to do in competitive athletics. Obviously, everybody looks at the scoreboard at the end of the day, and there's a winner and there's a loser. And my job is to help produce as many wins as possible. But we're really going to focus on the daily grind of getting better, the commitment to getting 1% better every day. And I shared with our kids, like, right now I'm not necessarily focused on, winning and losing. I just want to build the right way. And if we do that and we stay committed to that process, the wins will come. So obviously, again, championships is always the ultimate goal. I'm probably more competitive than majority of people in this room, so certainly want to win as many games as possible, but we're going to keep our head down and we're going to build it the right way.
And the last question for me is, how would you describe your coaching style?
Oh man, yeah. I'm extremely passionate. I'm energetic. I'm competitive. But I'm also extremely positive. My whole goal with these young women is to inspire them and motivate them and put them in the best possible position to be successful, not just on the court, but in life as young people. So I'm going to push them, right? I'm going to hold them accountable, but I'm always going to do it in a positive way, in an uplifting way, and really instilling a belief in them that they can do anything, and help build that confidence. And then again, there's going to be a lot of energy. They got a little bit of taste of it, but as we get more comfortable, get going a little bit. But yeah, I'm a big believer in motivating and inspiring.
Over here, maybe.
Yeah.
Are you locked into a style of play, or is it based on personnel, number one? And also, could you just talk a little bit about
So, overall, I want to be able to play fast. I want to be able to play in transition. I want to be able to get the best shot for our team within really 6 to 8 seconds. Now, with that being said, I'm a big believer in utilizing their strengths and finding a system that fits them the best. Because again, I believe that's how we're going to be successful. That's how we're going to grow this thing. So I've only had them for 3 days. I'm starting to get a little bit of idea of them. Obviously, I've watched a lot of film, but film doesn't always tell the whole story. So we're going to take this summer and continue to evaluate. And I think by the end of the summer, we'll have a quote unquote system in hand. But no matter what, they know, they could probably tell you that we're going to play fast with pace, and that's going to be the biggest area that we're going to really address over these next couple weeks. And then the transfer portal, correct?
just some, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
I know that's a big deal these days. How do you handle that?
Yeah. I think the transfer portal has been, I think it's been a beneficial part of our game. I always believe in second chances, and sometimes when a young person is making a decision, they maybe they make the decision based on reasons that aren't aligned with them, or a coaching change, or I think so I think it's a good thing. We'll look to add to our roster, but the most important part of adding is making sure that you get the right fit and the right people, again, because that will be our foundation, is our culture and our character. So we will certainly look to do that, and hopefully have some new additions here in the next couple weeks.
Coach, in terms of building your coaching staff, what will that be like for you, and what qualities are you looking in those individuals?
Yeah, I'm hoping to having that finalized here. I think the job just posted or is about to be posted, so that's a good thing. So we can get going. I just want to be surrounded by good people. Again, you'll hear that a lot with me. People are extremely important. Relationships are extremely important. I want to feel comfortable and good with the people that I'm building this program with. So that will be the first. Do their values and who they are align with me? Are they here to grow and mentor a young woman? That has to be their why. That has to. And then I want a diverse staff. Because I want to be able, maybe Dee is over here. She doesn't. Maybe we don't connect as well, and she connects with assistant coach so and so as well. So I want to provide them with a wide range of perspectives and cultures, and really make sure that again, we're hitting on all cylinders with the student athlete experience.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
That was just an example, Dee. Don't worry about it.
I know, Dee, trust me. Well, I'm sitting there and I was like, maybe I shouldn't use me as an example, but I wanted to hit home. Trust me, we'll all connect just fine. But yeah. So thanks, Jill. I appreciate that. Yep. See, Jill, she's been my girl since day one. Okay. Anyone else? No.
One more from me, Megan.
Okay.
Just maybe talk about when did you know you wanted to become a coach? How early in your life did you make that decision?
Probably when I could say the word coach. No, my entire family, I've been surrounded by educators and coaches. My father was one. My father coached me until he couldn't anymore because I wouldn't listen to him. It was really, though, probably the end of my high school, into my collegiate career, because when I looked around at the people outside of, my immediate family who impacted me the most, it was always coaches, and obviously some teachers as well. So I really wanted to give back. I really wanted to be that, positive impact, that positive person for young people. I love the game of basketball. I couldn't imagine my life without it. So it was pretty young, kind of set my mind to it. And then always, if coaching didn't work out, then it was going to be teaching, which coaching and teaching to me are two of the same. So, yeah, thanks for asking that.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.